This is Ankur Warikoo, and this is Friday Nights with Warikoo. It's a series that we have launched where I ask questions, where I contemplate, where I think about things that I think about and share it with you in order to draw some conversation, draw some debate. In tech, there is a very famous concept of product market fit. It's a very important term and a very important concept. What it means is, has your product found the right market, and is there a fit with the market? And that means that not only do consumers like your product, they like it so much that they're willing to share it with others and help spread the word around, thus creating this viral loop. And it just manifests itself and grows itself. A good question to ask is, which product has the best product market fit ever in history? And the answer is not a tech product. The answer, in my opinion, the product which has the best product market fit ever is religion. It's religion because if you really think about it, religion is a product. It didn't come from the existence of mankind or this universe. It's a concept that was created by humans. And over time, it has got to such a point where people not just use the product, but they endorse it, they spread it, they devote their lives to spreading it, and it creates a viral loop that never ends. And here's the good thing about religion. I'm not a religious person myself. I don't look up to a certain god or a certain ideology of religion. But here is the good thing about religion. The good thing about religion is it legitimizes who we are at the core of what we are. What that means is there will be times in our life when we'll be broken, we'll be shattered, we will be depressed, we will be fallen down upon. And at that moment, we will want someone to hold us. We will want someone to understand us. We will want to be forgiven. We will want to be loved, just as we were a 5-year-old. And what religion does beautifully is that it appreciates this sentiment, it honors this sentiment, and it does not mock us for feeling this way. It's possibly the only thing that tells us it's okay for you to be weak. It's okay for you to submit. It's okay for you to feel like you have no hope and I can possibly offer one. And that is a very powerful thing for humans. It's a very, very powerful thing for all of us. But at the same time, there's enough evidence to show that there is somehow this negative correlation or this inverse correlation between economic progress and the percentage of people who believe that they're religious. So countries which are less religious are somehow more economically progressing. And that begs the question, how does that make sense? Because if religion is catering to a very basic instinct of who we are as an individual and allowing us to legitimize our feelings in ways that no one else allows, then how is it that not believing in it is somehow indicative of being economically better off? Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mean to suggest that the definition of success is economic success. It could very well, and it should very well, be mental well-being, physical well-being, happiness, as a lot of countries also measure. But it does pose a question that economic success is a large part of success in today's world, if not the whole of it. And how is it that people who consider that they don't need some sort of a dependence on this invisible force that is allowing them to be completely human and vulnerable are finding ways of economically succeeding than others who don't? And my question to all of you, and something that I think about, is what purpose does religion play today in the world that we live in? And what purpose will religion serve tomorrow when it seems like it's on a decline in developed countries? It possibly is going through a cultural revolution even in developing countries. And the world's changing so rapidly that the need that religion provides us is possibly beginning to be provided by other concepts, other entities, other things. And if religion did not serve a purpose all this while, if religion will not serve a purpose in the future as much as it does today, then what happens to the concept of religion that we know of today? What happens to the concept of God? What happens to the concept of an invisible force or a power? What happens to the concept of this faith that we have within all of us, that someone is watching our back and will always have our back even when we do wrong and will forgive us for doing that wrong? I know it's a deep question and possibly not the right one for a Friday night, but I ask this so often that I thought I should pose it to all of you. And I'd love to hear what your views are on it. It's something that I think in more ways than we can anticipate come to define how our world shapes up in the future, because as I mentioned, it is possibly the best product that the world has ever seen. Until next week, see you all.